Boss is what he goes by. He was in the biggest gang in New York. New York's finest cop. Rose to power. Even ranked up to CIA. Now, I don't know if all this shit is true, but he's not somebody you want to fuck with. The day I met that man, he put the fear of the devil in my heart.
Yeah. Look, with these little rap niggas, I just play with them. Something like fishing on the track, I keep baiting them. Caught up on a hook, now filleting them. Easy get to slaying them. Body found, now pray for them. Usually in the VI, listening to BI. I don't care if you box, I'm knocked like T.I. C.I. New York Giant, I'm like FIFA.
Well, sometimes we have to be the devil to take down the devil.
Welcome back to Faded Truth. I have Alex Hugo on the show today. He is the creator of the Bully series, as well as the upcoming movie Bully the Dead Don't Die. You guys have seen the full cast, and I'm so excited to finally have the man behind the scenes. He also plays Freddie Rico, who is one of the dirty cops on there as well. What are you drinking?
Tito. Suéltame para que tú veas, suéltame para que tú veas. Suéltame. Suéltame, desgraciado, para que tú veas cómo te desfifaron ahora mismo,
So Bully is like in his own universe. So there's like different stories. Back in the series, there's like 4 episodes in the series, like a book. You know what I'm saying? So there's 4 chapters to that book. Last chapter, King Kong, which is the guy sitting down, you know, the Dominican hitman. He kills somebody that my character and Rhonda's character, Valentine and Rico, was supposed to lock up. While we chasing him, is a chase scene. He gets the best of him before we catch him. And then I have a mask on. Valentine doesn't, so he gets to catch Valentine's face. So this is like 4 years ago in that universe. So when the movie starts, where that scene is like 3 years in the future. So he remembers. So he remembers. He's like, I know this guy from somewhere. That's how the scene starts off. The whole thing's in Spanish. So when he figures it out, I leave. And when I come back into the scene, that takes place where we just like, I know what I got to do. I got to take him out before he goes to Sos, which is his boss, and compromises me, and I have to kill him. You just see a different side of Rico, because at this point in the series, you see a plain Rico, just a regular cop. You know, he's just getting in the game as far as undercover. He's out of his element, but in this movie, it's a different side of him. He's so embedded in this world that he's invested it. So he's become the person that he's acting as. So he has like a double bipolar personality type of thing. And that's when you see the wickedness in him.
It's a Latin thing.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so start from the beginning. So you wrote the series as well.
Started off with Bully, The House Always Wins, which is the future, is after the movie. So everything is written backwards. So Bully, The House Always Wins is the first. It was a short film. Rhonda and I created it when we was in DR. We was out there in Punta Cana somewhere, Petro Plata, one of those.
Just chilling with my brothers. You just walk in, then you trying to get it in. Turn it
Cool.
up on 10.
I don't have all day to wait on you,
No
right?
matter where you are, bathroom on the ball. When this shit comes on, stop playing. Hit the dance floor.
Since you clearly don't give a fuck, neither do I.
Jesus loves you. Jesus loves you. Jesus loves you.
What, bro? Come on.
It was like 2014. We was there with a bunch of people, you know what I'm saying? It was like 20 of us. We were deep. Everybody was getting drunk. And then me and Arandi had a powwow on the sidelines. And he was like looking at me like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the next project? Because we was just shooting music videos and stuff of that nature. And I told him I was tired of shooting music videos and I wanted to take it to my dreams. I wanted to take it to the next level and shoot a movie. We thought about these 2 characters that they're partners, but we wanted something different than a Training Day, deep deep cover. We wanted something that's more like authentic and is different, like a Quentin Tarantino type of feel of of the hood. So we came up with Bully. We shot the short film. It took about like 3 weeks to shoot. We got good.
That's it?
It took 3 weeks to shoot the first. It was only 5 characters. It was like anybody I knew at the time. You know what I'm saying? I was always shooting some stuff. I was always a director, but it was like music videos, documentaries, weddings, baby showers. I was doing all types of bullshit, just to get money. But I never shot a real film. So I remember I just asked around and I found Rosanna, which plays Zio. She's always been clutch in the whole team. Ronnie was always there, and there was like 2 other characters. It was just 5 of us, and we shot that movie, and it was pretty good. It was like 25 minutes. Somebody picked it up on Roku. It was getting like a big buzz. Like I was like, damn, it was a short movie. It was like regular. I shot it off my cell phone. Nobody knew I shot it. Yeah, I shot it off the cell phone. Like I had the minimum equipment. Like I spent about $3,000 in everything that I needed, and it was like a low budget film, but nobody could tell. So it was on Roku for like a year. I got paid off that, and then I flipped my money, and I was going to work on something different. And then Zio, which is Rosanna, she says do a web series. So then we started shooting the web series, and that was a whole big project. That took like probably a year and a half to shoot. That's when we dug deep into everybody's character, and that's.
Fuck you, Z!
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. What the hell just happened to her? It's a long story. It was never like this for me. It was never about the money.
You're not gonna judge me, right? I'm tired of this fucking cop shit.
Yeah, well, you can take it talk too easy.
Philly BD, show me your hands!
With the agency on a case, you just fucked up. You fucked it up.
When you watch the story and the backstory, so the series is the backstory of the movie Dead Don't Die. So when you see that, you'll understand the movie more. The movie, it looks more of like a play, like a motion play. Like every scene is like a play. It plays out. Like you're just gonna feel that. It's a different type of feeling. Like
Can anybody watch it from the beginning and not have watched the series and still know what's going on?
So you could, because it has its own elements and its own story.
But you want to know like why these characters are doing what
exactly.
they're doing.
But you still get that same feeling. Like if you just see The Rise of Two Kings or House Always Wins, which is the future, you still could enjoy and watch this and say, damn, I got a good sense of who these characters are and their journey. But if you watch the Kings, then you'll be like, oh, that makes a lot more sense.
Right. You'll see the journey.
You know what I'm saying? You see the journey. It's all the backstory.
So now with Bully the Dead Don't Die, I know you've been working on this for a few years, right?
Yeah, we worked on it for 3 years.
Okay.
Why
does it take so long? Has it been consistent work, or is it like just so many different elements?
So many elements that went wrong, man. It was just we started out with a good team. The shit went left. And then, I had to pause a bit, gather my chips up, gather my soldiers up, and then go back out there. So it was a big pause for about like 8 months, and then getting everything together the right way, the way we wanted it. We had to rewrite some of the stories, because what happens is some people are here for the short run. They're not here for the long run. When the journey to get to somewhere special, it's going to take a long time. People just see this as it's going to happen overnight, and it never does. This film shit is like ridiculous. It takes years. If you want something nice, if you want something quality, if you want something authentic, it's going to take a while. It's not going to be shot in one day and then tomorrow we edit and we movie stars. It doesn't work out like that. Bully might not be the movie star movie, but it's going to be a stepping stone. I could guarantee you that. Everything happens for a reason. And the reason why it came out, because the journey of the actual characters in the story was about 3 years apart. So when me and Valentine was acting in the movie 3 years ago, we look totally different. Like I have a buzz cut. Right. I look much younger. Aranda, he's a baldy with clean shave with a mustache, right? But then 3 years later in the movie, he has a big beard. He's gray. I'm like, I look like I grew out my hair. Like we look totally different. I gained a little more size. So it was like it makes sense. So it all worked out for a reason. So when you look at it, you see two different timelines because the whole movie Dead Don't Die is about two different perspectives and two different timelines. It takes place 2012, 2015, back and forth.
Who's the stories about?
So one story, Valentine, is the first story, part 1. So you're going to get an hour and 10 minutes of that. Then it's going to go into Rico's story, his perspective of what happened, parallel, like the parallel timeline of what his perspective and how they ended up together in the end. They were both going through some shit. You don't see them together throughout the whole movie, only to the beginning and the end. That's all you see them.
Okay.
So it was created to be like a new wave, Crash, Pulp Fiction, stuff like that.
Freddie Rico. Now are you a cop? Are you a CIA agent? What are you?
Philly cop. He's in the narcotics division, and he gets recruited by the FBI for this undercover assignment to take down this crew. You know what I'm saying? To get to the top. Like this crew called the Tremont Boys. So just to get to the next level, which is SOS. And you met SOS, Raymond Cabrera. So yeah, so it's like we reaching the levels to take everybody down, but with any force necessary. So we're not arresting these people. If we have to kill them, we'll kill them. We assassinate them by any force necessary. They will take them alive, but if it comes to like killing them, that's our mission, to take them out. So we're on an undercover assignment, which is like nobody knows about it but the deputy and us.
Okay, so now are you after more than just Sosa?
In the series, Sosa is the biggest, baddest motherfucker on the planet. In the movie, he's just a stepping stone.
I need somebody who I can trust. I need somebody I can expand with. Trying to take over the whole East Coast.
That's what I'm here for, bro. Like, just give me the work.
He's someone I got to get past. The people like Santos.
Gentlemen.
Santos.
Boys look so serious. I own a titty bar. We got wings. We got pussy. We got drinks. You like wings?
Santos and Sal from the Mafia. In Rico's story, he's the majority of who I'm working with throughout the whole thing. It's Sal. So
is he like your biggest connection then throughout the movie? Like that you work with?
Not to tell the whole story, but
fuck it. To Natalia.
To Natalia. Salud. Listen. I need you on my team.
He's like somebody I did a favor for, so he owes me. So he's the guy that I'm gonna.
Everybody owes everybody in this shit.
Come on, man. See, that's the fun. That's the funny thing about it, because like the way this is written is like there is no bad guy and there is no good guy. Everybody has a good and bad side. It's just for their selfish benefit. So like it's just in your interpretation of it. Like LC's character, amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like what he did with this character.
Mr. Captain Saberhole? Huh? This is what this is all about? Some fucking pussy? If you don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna pop you in your fucking knee. Where is Zio? Like I told you, you shoot me, and the whole city's gonna be fucking looking for you. Shut the fuck up!
Danny House. He's a villain, but you don't know it. You know what I'm saying? Until like towards the end, you'll know.
I need you to take them out. This has to happen in the next couple of weeks.
And there's a lot of things. It's like you could play with it. It's like a play, man. It's just like a weird play.
What would you call yourself besides like a creator? You're a producer, a writer.
So I'm a writer. I'm a producer. I like to produce stuff. So people call for me when they need actors, when they need locations. Pretty much bringing money together and moving that. But I like to be an actor at times. You know, but I don't like being in my own movies all the time. So I'm in this, and there's 3 projects that I'm going to shoot before I shoot my next project. And I'm not acting. I'm just going to fully direct. I like directing. I've been filming since I was a boy. I had a camera since I was like 10 years old. And I have like on YouTube, I have a documentary that I shot when I was 14 all the way till I was like 25. So like 10 years of the hood. You know, it's called My Bronx Tale.
Gotta give a shout out to the whole Boogie Down Bronx, you know what I'm saying? No doubt. I just came out today.
Now, how when I first got it. Well, 95.
I don't know.
He said 3, 2, 1.
Come on, man, Rich. State your name, kid.
Jeff, Rich.
All right. Old school.
Before fucking YouTube ever was invented and people had cell phones, I used to have a camera all the time. I used to have it in school. I walked around with a camera. Like when I was a young buck, I had a big ass camcorder and I would record everything. And then I put it together when I was in my later age, when I was able to like afford equipment. And then I put it on YouTube and I sold some DVDs on the block. It takes you to another place where you haven't seen authenticity because nobody rehearsed it. I was just recording people acting stupid.
Right.
So
did anybody ever like try to fuck with you, or they were like they already knew that was the kid with the camera and they were like whatever?
Oh, so there was this one time. All right, so it's funny, right? Because you met him already. So me and Sos, his real name Ray, we grew up together. When we were kids, like I didn't like him. He didn't know who the fuck I was, but he was the kid that would rob people's coats. You know what I'm saying? Like he would rob people's triple fat gooses, bomber jackets. Like this dude was the dude that robbed people and just take the coat off your back and you wouldn't do nothing. So I knew him as that. And then later in the future, we met, we built. There was a time when we was hanging out because me and Ray, when we became brothers, we became tight. We used to go to house parties and we used to go there with like 151 proof Bacardi. And we used to be drunk. We used to go in there and say, yo, I know Victor, I know Manuel. And they'd be like, yeah. Like we just bullshit. We didn't know. We used to crash the party. So in that party, in one party, there was some beef and with somebody else in the crew. And Ray, he was the type that he always wanted to like be the first person to like start some shit. Like he was a troublemaker. So I remember I had my camera. We went down the block and he stepped up to the kid and he's like roughing him up and he's talking a lot of shit. I'm recording all this and the guys on the block was like, yo, turn off the fucking camera. Like back then, that wasn't natural. Like nobody would show anything. Like,
right.
Like in today's era, everybody has a camera out, everybody's used to it. But back then, everything was top secret. Like you had a fight, altercation, cameras were in line. I just carried a camera. So they were talking shit to me, but I kept the camera up and I recorded the whole thing. And
with Rico's character, what's the biggest difference, would you say, in real life to his character for you?
The difference is that he doesn't have swag. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have like style. Like he doesn't have like yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't have that. He doesn't.
You don't
have
that Hugo swag.
No, he doesn't. Like that separates him. He's like he's very nervous and like to himself, and he's like an introvert, you know. But he's like he's also like a mastermind. Like he's very ambitious. That's what we have in common, the ambitiousness. Except I'm not no killer and I'm not a drug dealer.
When was your first thing that you filmed? And besides the documentary, like something that you directed, when was your first like?
The first thing I ever filmed was a student film called Red Sweat. It was the first thing I acted in. I didn't direct it. I felt like I could act, you know, so I always wanted to do it. So I went to audition and I killed it and it won a lot of awards.
You like baseball?
Yeah.
What's your favorite team?
Red Sox.
Red Sox? Oh, this is gonna be easy.
Ah! What the fuck? Holy fuck! I hate the fucking Red Sox!
They won Best Film in 3 different film festivals. I played this guy named Garrett. He was like a promoter, drug dealer, / like bully. And he was a cokehead. He rapes a girl in front of the camera. Like he was just like this pathetic dude. He just like doing some dirty shit all day. So that was my first time playing like a villain. And I did so well.
They made you rape people in your first show.
My first movie, I'm raping chicks. I'm fucking sniffing mad grams of coke. And
wait, what did they make you do for like fake coke?
So it was like flour. So we had like flour, and it was funny because like to make it look real, I actually sniffed the flour. You know what I'm saying? And actually just burned the shit out of my nostrils. Like I was like on set, but on set, like when I was on tape, I was like just doing it and just laughing, you know, doing my scene. after that, I was like, fuck, what the fuck? This shit's burning. I was like in pain. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do on set to make it look realistic.
Are you supposed to do that, or you just did it because you thought like it was what? Do people like really can get away not doing it, or you have to put something up there?
Nah, because sometimes, so the thing is like I studied method acting, you know. So I didn't go to school for acting, but I went to this seminar for method acting in the Village. So once you get into a character, you have to just go for it. Like you just can't fake it. You have to be that person. So if I would have faked it, I would not have sold the actual scene. You know what I'm saying? I would. So when I did it, people be like, "Yo, this motherfucker sniffing for real." Like people thought I was a cokehead, and I don't do coke at all. I never did it in my life.
What's your favorite scene in Bully?
So my favorite scene is probably the introduction scene, like January 1st, 2015. I get caught by the feds. It's the first scene you're gonna watch, and I'm getting interrogated by the cops, by the feds.
Beginning.
And yeah, it's the beginning where they interviewing me.
For the record, please state your name.
Detective Freddie Rico Jr.
And Officer Rico, you confirm that any statement you make today has not been coerced in any way?
Yep.
And you understand that you have no immunity for any of the crimes that you've committed?
Yes.
All right, then let's get started. Let's talk about why you were off the grid.
5 years ago, my partner and I got recruited by the FBI for an undercover assignment.
Well, when you say partner, can you confirm who you're talking about?
I'm talking about Detective Raymond Valentine, the guy that just stormed out of here.
So the reason why it's my best scene is because, like, when I watch it, I gave myself goosebumps. I really felt like I was there. Like I really implanted it in my brain when we was in the interview and interrogation. Like you could see me. Like I got the, you know,
Right.
I,
I felt like it looked.
thing.
And I liked that, like how the camera filter was.
Pans out.
It made it look real.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like everything about that, even being in the element. Like there was 3 feds in front of me. Like first 2 takes. I was practicing. On the 3rd take, I went in. Like I shut off my director mode and I just went straight into character. And when they said cut, everybody was like, yo, what the fuck? And that's when I knew I hit it. I was like, yes. It was a dope scene. So that's cheers. Salute.
Tell me about your student film, Lust.
Lust was Eileen. She's one of the actors in my movie Bully. She plays the lawyer. She's actually a model in real life. And she went to school to be a director and an actor. So she had a student film that she had to do for her final, and she met me on set through somebody else. And when I met her, I just did I was already in the middle of Bully, but I just like to meet new people. So I go anywhere. Like somebody say, "Yo, you want to act in this movie?" And I say, "Yeah, why not?" I go there and I network. That's my whole thing. I network with people.
Yeah.
I build relationships. So when I was there to act, but I was scouting actors at the same time. So I met her. She was the director. She did awesome. Lust is based in Washington Heights, where a lot of girls get hit on. Everybody's always lusting. All the men are always looking at women with that sexual appeal.
Something?
Sure.
Why is it that you never say hi or thank you every time we try to talk to you?
My mom just told me never to talk to strangers.
Oh, that's rude. So why you disobeyed her now? Listen to me, kid. You know, don't be ashamed where you're from. You belong to us, the neighborhood. Right? Have a nice day, okay?
They don't look at women with for the brains. They always like sizing them up, like, "Yo, mommy, what's up?" Like, you know, you want to fuck.
They're
like,
just fucking guys. Yeah.
No, they straight. No. Guys is one thing. You know what I'm saying? We do it.
If I walked into the hood, it would be like all angles of cat.
Yeah. That's the hood.
And
that's the hood.
why,
That's
like,
different.
I learned to like not disrespect men in the hood because they are crazy as fuck. So I just ignore people now. But I used to cuss motherfuckers out.
Washington Heights has their own world. Like in the hood on my block where I grew up in the Bronx, they'll kick it to girls. They'll be like, yo. They'll be doing all types of wild animal noises. And they call girls. But in Washington Heights, Man, they be loose with it. Like my boys, my Dominican people over there, they be on some loose shit. They be on some next level rapping to chicks. And some of the chicks, they stop. I'll be like, damn, you got game. Because they be like, yo, mommy, I want to just take your panties off.
Tell me about your 2 books that you wrote that are on Amazon.
First book I wrote was My Papa Lost His Job. That's funny. That's funny because at the time, so my career background, like my career, you know, I have a master's in business. I've been in sales for 20 years. I always been in a management role. And I was with this company for 10 years and I got let go. I came home, I was unemployed. She was going to hell. And my son, he walks up to me and he gives me $5. So my son gives me $5 and I'm like, yo, where you get this money from? And he's only 7 years old. So he's like, yo, Dad, I went to my friends and I said, look, my father lost his job. He needs to pay some bills. I need everybody to throw in $1. So he got $5 and he came up to me. So seriously, true story. So he gives me the money.
Cute.
Yo, he gives me the money. And I'm like, at first I was like, damn, this kid got skills. Like he's going to be a hustler. Like he's just getting money at 7 years old. Like that's real. But then my second thing, I just started crying. You know what I'm saying? I started crying. I was like, damn, you know, these kids, man, when they're young, they listen to everything. Like, you got to watch what you say around them. So I got the inspiration through that. I drew it with my son. We put it together, you know, saying he helped me with it. And then I published it on Amazon. We put it on Facebook. And that was like the first time that I sold like mad copies for some shit that I produced. Like I did. I was like, oh shit. So then after that, I wrote Parallel Love. That's about like a love story, a love triangle, but it's about a parallel universe where the guy, the main character, he dies, ends up in a different alternate universe where things are different. Like his dream world, you know? Like he's not a sucker. He's the man. But he has to make a decision to see if he wants his old life back or stay with the new life.
What's your workout glove company? VR Hydra?
All right, so VR Hydra Glove, I'm a partner of that company. My boy Demola, he's a bodybuilding 4-time champion. He created it. He owns a gym out here locally where I live at. And he created this glove. It has bottles of water in the glove. Let me show you. Hold on. So check this out. So this is the glove, right? This is the first design. So we have another design. But basically, this is where you drink the water from. Right? Can you see it?
Oh, you drink the water out the glove.
Yes. So this is the water, the little water pack. You fill this up with 12 ounces of water. You throw it inside of here. And so when you're working out, these guys are small. These are smalls. But when you're working out, like you lifting weights, you just take a sip. You know, or you're doing Zumba. You're doing Zumba. You don't want to reach for the glove. You boom. Or you jogging. Like if you're jogging down the road, you just sip the water. You don't have, you don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, like it's movable. You don't have to have a bottle of water. Like you have a bottle of water, you drop it, or you just carry it as an inconvenience.
But so how do you just refill it in like the fountain, or because like I drink a lot.
Yeah,
of
whatever.
Water,
so you like bottle of water, you just take it and you just fill it up. Like you carry like your gallon. The purpose is that you have enough water for like an hour workout. Like it's not supposed to be like a gallon in your hand.
Right.
It's enough to get like a sip. So you're not catching a cramp drinking a gallon of water doing a heavy intense workout. We just launched like 2 months ago or a month ago, and we got enough sales. We just, you know, it's coming
Shark
up.
Tank that shit.
It's up and coming. That's a beautiful, you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful journey. It's me and 5 other entrepreneurs. You know, it's gonna be something.
When were you on the Apollo stage?
1998.
Now, what happens at the Apollo? Everything?
Like amateur night in Apollo, you have like poetry, you have comedy, you have rap. And I was in the rap category at that time. And it was me and my boy. We went on stage and we killed it. You know what I'm saying? We killed it, but we didn't win. But it was a good experience. Right after that, I won a talent show at Bronx Community College, just performing a cappella, you know.
A cappella what, rap?
Yeah, rap.
Okay, can
So
we hear
what happened?
16?
Oh hell no! It's not happening, man. I'm way. Yeah, as you can see, I'm way past
Hugo,
that.
you know it comes out. It comes out just
Nah,
like the
hell
Spanish.
no, nah. I gotta be on something else. I gotta be something else for me to rap. Like
creatives have like their mind is going crazy all the time, right? You have so many ideas and so many things.
oh yeah, yeah,
Places where you want to put your energy. So how do you balance it?
Because I always lived a double life since I was young. It's just a learning habit, you know. When I was a kid, you know, I had two different sides of a family. You know what I'm saying? Like my mother and my father was always separated. My father was a middle class family. My mother, we lived in like a welfare thing. So like I always had like two different sides of me. I would act different in front of each of them in their face, and I would act different in the neighborhood. So it was always like my mental state was always like that. So when I got older, like balancing everything else, like I could live two different lives. My career now, like I have a big responsibility in my job, but I run the New York State sales, and it's a national global company. So I balance that out for my 9 to 5. Then I run into this, you know, film industry, and I'm a whole different person wearing a whole different hat, acting like a whole different person,
right?
More of myself versus the person that has to put the suit and tie and talk very articulate. And then I'm over here being myself, more let my hair go type of guy. So,
but that's what you got to do, man. You got to be diverse.
Yeah, so
Fuck you.
that's
Want
how
me
I
to put
that's
my
how I
white
get
girl
my
voice
thing.
on? I got you.
Yep.
And
I'm like, awesome, guys, cool. You know what I'm saying? But,
so,
you know,
do you have a ritual?
I do a lot of push-ups, like when I'm nervous or when I'm ready to get into something. I do some push-ups. I breathe heavy, and then I just like zone out. Like I completely zone out and get into whatever element I need to get. Like I let go what I have to let go and go into zone, like a bull.
How many
you know
push-ups
what
do you
I'm
have
saying?
to do? Do you need to do like 3 sets of something, or are you good with like a quick 10?
Nah, it all depends. It all depends on how nervous I am. So if I'm really nervous, I'm doing like 50. You know what I'm
You
saying?
get nervous?
I do, but nobody actually knows that I'm getting nervous. Like, you know, I'm poised, but inside, you know, I know that I hide it well. So inside, I'll be like, well, fuck, let me do these push-ups. And people think that guy's just doing push-ups for no reason. They don't know what the fuck I'm doing it for. No, I'm nervous right now. You can't even tell.
Do some push-ups. You'll be fine.
You know what? I'm going to do that shit right now. So,
what's the upcoming projects that you're working on?
The next big project that I'm working on is called The Last Fight. We're going to go into production next year. I have to lose about 80 pounds. So I'm going to act in it. I'm supposed to be a former MMA champion that goes to jail and comes out during COVID. The main role is going to be Manny Chavez. He's like very slimmer than me, and like ripped, you know, like a fighter. So
so you're getting ripped. You're not getting like sick skinny.
No, not sick skinny. I look like a crackhead. Nah,
right.
Like
I was
ripped,
like if he's
shredded.
an MMA, he needs to fucking be doing
No, shredded, like shredded. Like
right.
Right now, I have size, but I have to shred all this.
But 80 pounds, that's a lot.
Yeah, I weigh 247 pounds. Like you don't see it. Like nobody, people look at me like, damn, you weigh that much? But I have like, I guess, heavy bones and what people say.
You're dense.
I'm gonna use that. Like, I'm just dense. You know what I'm saying? You know. Yeah, I'm dense. I'm not chunky.
What's another one you're working on?
That. It's called Big Italy, and it's based in Arthur Avenue. So it takes place after Dead Don't Die. Rico's in jail, so he's not in the movie. It's Sal and his crew, like Marino, who plays Vinny.
They're making a big pickup at 6 a.m. the morning of.
And the guy that you said that looks like Pacino, him.
His club? That's your fucking genius plan? You can hit his club?
And in that world, they just like people that rob big time drug dealers. And it's just basically their journey going against the Albanians and the blacks in the neighborhood. So it's showing that whole different perspective of their life and their background.
What's your best life advice?
So I got this saying, you could fail, but never quit. Just quit things that make you fail. You know? So like all my life I fucked up, but I never quit on anything I did. I just quit those people or things that were in my way so that I could succeed. Learned it in my journey in life. And the second one would be that if it's your dream, don't expect anybody else to invest in your dream. There's a lot of people when I was up and coming in this film game that promised that they was going to invest in me, buy equipment, all this bullshit, and they never did. So, you know, if it's your dream, you have to build it. I started with 5. Now I have like over 80 actors. I got like 6 movies under my belt in the Bully universe, and it started with nothing, man, like a cell phone, you know. And now we have a full production team.
All right, Mr. Hugo.
Hugo,
thank you so much for being on the show. I can't wait to see the film that you created. So look for Bully the Dead Don't Die, set to drop
October 31st.
I'm about to be Zio for Halloween.
Oh, yeah. She wears all black. She's a space lord. Like the shit that you're gonna see her do in the movie, be like, damn. Number 1, you can watch Buddy the Rise of Two Kings on Roku. Download the channel Deja Vu TV. You can watch the director's cut, which is 4 episodes. You get caught up, and when you see this movie that comes out next, you'll get the whole entire universe. You know, I'd like to thank you for helping me out promoting this. You did an excellent job. Every interview was like hitting home.
Thank you.
Keep up the great work. After this, don't be a stranger.
I feel like this is just the beginning for us.
Yes. We, you know, I got you on the right time where we both gonna be elevating at the same time.
You know,
so there's gonna be a lot more projects that we can work out and help each other out. Everybody stay blessed, and thank you, and thank you for being a supporter of the Bully universe. And I can't wait till next month to show you what I really put together. All right.
Bully.
Yeah, you go bully. Bully out.
Who the fuck these niggas think they dealing with? Got the ISIS flow, I been killing shit. Got the ice in the snow, I been whipping shit. Couple cars on the lot like a dealership.